Hi there, welcome to today's Polish Up Your Pedagogy. Today we're going to be looking at some routines to encourage cooperative learning in your class. This links to the learning sale on the pedagogy sales, and it's about learners progressing through high quality learning opportunities to enrich knowledge, promote curiosity and develop skills for learning, life and work. This also links to your GTCS standards of 3.1.1, planning effectively to meet learners' needs. Okay, so here we go to some routines to help support cooperative learning. And today I'll just talk about 3 different routines. So this is an example of one called Voice on the Table. Cooperative learning states that pupils who are connected with each other, who find similarities in their lives, interests and backgrounds, are far less likely to tease or pick on or bully those people, and it's up to us to help support them build these connections. Every time your pupils come back together, they need to reconnect, whether that's first thing in the morning, after break, after lunch, returning from a specialist time. And investing 5 to 10 minutes each time for this really early on in your year will make such a difference later to you. But it has to be done really often. Sometimes I linked some of these questions and connectors to the topic that we were doing. So we once took part in a Young Engineer Challenge, and all Voice on the Table tasks were related to problem solving and engineering. Sometimes I linked them to a heart chart, which I'll explain a little bit more in 2 slides time, so we could work on a focused skill like cooperating, resilience, or actively listening. So the ideas for learning in your classroom could be any of these, and there is a multitude of more. Would you rather questions were excellent at getting dialogue between pupils. The 3 C's, or any other letter of the alphabet that you choose, is a really nice way for children to explore 3 things that they have a personal opinion about. The what will you create was really nice for children to be quite expressive. And then we had lots of different kind of questions which promoted storytelling about personal events. What would you do with £100? How did you get your name? Can money buy you happiness? What has made you proud? What is your current favourite toy? And the lists go on and on. There are lots of places online that you can find lots and lots of these ideas. The most important thing about Voice on the Table is remembering that it has to be done every time your pupils come back together to connect. Here's our next one, the huddle. I really like the huddle because it means that nobody is getting left behind, and it's a very inclusive tool. So one of the crucial messages of cooperative learning is about positive interdependence. This is successfully structured when all group members perceive that they're linked together in a way that one cannot succeed unless everyone succeeds. And a way to support this is by using a huddle. So you allow pupils to get together and discuss or come up with an answer to a question. If a pupil is unsure of an answer, then anyone else can support them by getting together in their huddle and talking through what they said their answer would be. This is a really flexible tool, which means that no one is ever left without an answer because they're being scaffolded by their peers. It can be used really easily across all areas of the curriculum. And at any point, once children are used to using this, they can huddle with the people sitting round about them for lots of different things. You don't need to be in a cooperative learning team to have a huddle. It could be outside when they are planning a game to play. It could be inside when you've asked a question about a piece of text that's happened. If someone doesn't know, then they were always able to say, "Can I just huddle?" And they got that positive interdependence from their peers. And the final one we're looking at today, I mentioned a couple of slides back, is called the heart chart. And I used this mostly in my class when we looked at social intentions. This is where you teach a social intention. Children don't always know how to use their social skills the best yet. We need to be the models to help them scaffold it and develop it. I know as a teacher in my past, I've said the words, they can't work together in groups. And it's so important then that we teach the social skills to them because they don't have them themselves yet. So these heart charts started as T-charts about what it looked and sounded like to have these needs met, but quickly developed into the feelings that were going to be there in place as well. I made it absolutely key to going back and checking them, clarifying that they made sense, or used my voice on the table tasks to remind children about them. Again, there is a multitude of ideas for learning here. You can use this for listening and talking when children need to paraphrase or maybe praising other people's thoughts or ideas. You can use it for expressing support, to make sure that everyone is participating, about how to reach agreements without argument, about checking for understanding, making sure everyone's contributing, making sure that you include everyone, following directions, disagreeing in non-hurtful ways. And actually we even used it for a skill, which was how to use email appropriately with peers. These heart charts were so important to my class and really helped the children to know what things sounded and looked like, and also how it felt if it was being met for them. And they became really skilled at being able to say to other people, well, you're not participating just now, and that's what we need you to do. This takes a lot of time to put them together to make sure that they are valuable and worthwhile, but it really, really helps to get over they can't work in groups.
Thank you for watching this professional learning video produced by East Lothian Pedagogy team. We have many more Polish Up Your Pedagogy videos that you can access through the East Lothian Learning Library. To find out more about the service we provide, head over to East Lothian's EduHub website and search for Pedagogy under the Enabling Learning tab.